African Union Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, was present in Abuja yesterday during the meeting. And what he said will marvel you. He said that Sahel state pullout is unacceptable, that there is no way both Africa Union and ECOWAS will accept it.
Excellencies, the African Union is indeed very proud of ECOWAS. We advocate for a united community. We advocate and we fully support the unity of ECOWAS. The withdrawal by 3 countries is unacceptable to the African Union, and we believe in one ECOWAS.
Now, after saying that it will be unacceptable to allow Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to go, they began to discuss about having a regional force to restore constitutional order in economic community of West African states. At the end, they came up that the conclusion would be to have a regional force to restore constitutional order.
Of you out there are talking about this issue of the tripartite, the Sahel, the trio, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, who have come together to form what is known as the Alliance of the Sahel States, Sahel countries. And it has really sent shockwaves all over the world because it's really, a world event, right? A new bloc has been created in Africa, and we have seen reactions like I've just shown you on the video. We've seen reaction from the African Union and ECOWAS and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, my name is Fabiano Deco, an Ambazonian and rights activist and citizen activist as well. I am right here today with this brief update to look into the issue of the Sahel states. The Sahel states. Some of you are of the opinion that it's a good thing. Meanwhile, others are of the opinion that it's not there. It's good. Africa needs to be liberated, or independence for Africa. This and that is good, right? Very okay. Now we are looking at some of the impact, some of the consequences of such action that has been taken by Burkina Faso Traoré Ibrahim, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and Mamadou Chani, and Goita, Assimi Goita as well. We are looking at the consequences of their actions. We've seen the reaction of ECOWAS, their former bloc, where they left, and as well, African Union is not happy with what is happening. But you kind of like see that they have, these 3 countries, they have chased the West away, and they have embraced the East. Now, some of you did not know this. These countries have chased the West away, and they have embraced the East. Well, it's just an example. I'm not saying that these people I'm calling are probably the East, but it's just like saying that they are not independent yet. They are not independent yet. No matter what anybody will say out there, their actions as well is good because they want everything for their citizens. You know exactly what France has been doing to African countries, especially French-speaking African countries, and to an extent, other countries, other English-speaking African countries that are loyal to France. We know exactly what France has been doing to them, milking from their natural resources, and you can name the rest. Now, these people, the Sahel states, are not totally free because they have invited Russia, they have invited China. You get the point? These 2 countries are not coming for free. International politics, there are no permanent friends and there are no permanent enemies. I want people to know this. These are the bitter truth. It's a reality. Now, let us look at Russia, look at China. What is China doing in Africa? Most of you have seen the devastating treatment of the Chinese people in some African countries. Yes, while other countries have taken measures to remedy the situation, China is milking. Most countries in Africa are owing China, and this is how it begins. It begins from debt. They tell you, okay, we will construct this road, we will do this, you owe us, give us this, when we construct this road, you give us this natural resource and that, blah, blah, blah. This is how the things begin. This is the genesis of all these issues. So, in a nutshell, the Sahel states, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, they have chased away the West to embrace the East. I am of the opinion that they need total freedom. They are not yet free. They are not yet free, irrespective of what you will say out there. They are not yet free because they have the backing of China, Russia. They have the backing of China. You can call it the BRICS or whatever you want to call it. So this is just a change of, position, changing, to say that okay, no, I'm no more dealing with you. I want to deal now with this other person. But you can't deal on your own. You're not on your own. You get the point. The consequences of these actions will normally fall on their citizens, right? Because let's say today, all of us know, we know very well that ECOWAS is even stronger than African Union. To say the least, ECOWAS is even stronger than African Union. African Union is a toothless bulldog. African Union is under the grip of France. African Union, tell me one conflict in Africa that the African Union has successfully resolved. One conflict. Just tell me one conflict that the African Union has ever successfully resolved. None. They have never done that because they are under, the tentacles of France. That is exactly what is happening, my dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen. So, we might see sanctions on Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali in the days ahead from ECOWAS and in a greater extent the African Union. Now, these sanctions will not affect those leaders, it will affect their citizens. You all know, okay, economic sanction, movement, blah, 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 all this type of thing. It's going to cause some issues. Maybe some of you might say, okay, there is no problem, but it's going to be a problem because there is no country that will live as an island. Like I said, we always try to see how we can dive into some of these things. We say that for me, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, they should have still created their Sahel alliance and still remain in ECOWAS, right? Remain in ECOWAS with some kind of very minimal participation, and they focus in their Sahel list. Sometimes you don't kick something away totally, and you are not into it because they are holding you. No. Right now, they have some sort of power, but politically, or looking at it in terms of international politics, they should have still done some politics in this particular domain. Meanwhile, we applaud their bravery in chasing away those who have been milking from them like parasite, especially France, and we say that there is a lot to do when it comes to international relations. My name is Fabiano Deko, Ambazonian and human rights activist. I thought it wise to bring this up to your knowledge. And don't forget that Ambazonians should be thinking of somewhat kind of, support the Ambazonian leadership or the movement. Start thinking of some kind of alliance with Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali. Irrespective of the fact that they speak French, there can be something that can always come out positively in favor of the Ambazonian struggle. Thank you very much. I will see you again in our next update. Thank you.